Study the failure, apply to your game plan, make corrections, and get back in the game.
You're going to want to push yourself to the limits for as long as you can, starting at a young age. Because as the age-old saying goes, it's hard to teach an old dog new tricks.
You know, at age 14, I had a lot of, guilt and pressure on me.
You see, if you start working hard starting from a young age, that will stick with you for the rest of your life. So you're going to want to work hard, dedicate yourself, focus, and just get to the grindstone as early as possible. That way when you really need to, it comes incredibly easy to you.
If you build something going vertical in the middle of the sea, you can go as high as you want.
As if nothing's changed in your life whatsoever. Now, the grind isn't going to look pretty by any means. It's going to be hard and it's going to be tough. And you're going to do things that you don't think are too glamorous, but are going to help you grow and achieve your dreams and the lifestyle you want to live. It can mean getting a second job so that you have more income.
Things are going up, people don't want to sell because they think, oh, it's going to keep going up.
To put that towards your dreams, towards your education to achieve what you want to achieve. And it's not going to be pretty, but in the long term, it's going to help you exponentially. No matter if you succeed or fail, you should be equally as excited for each. I know failure doesn't sound like a great option, but you learn so much more every time you fail than you do if you succeed. You learn things that didn't go well and you have a chance to improve upon those and totally eliminate those failures on your next attempt.
So I would say, that's probably, one of the key factors to improving yourself is facing your fears.
So at 16, I was legally able to work, and I applied for a job at Kmart, and I was clerk 407. I was a clerk to clean the bathrooms, a stockroom, mop the floors, and I did that for about a year. I got promoted to a assistant sporting goods manager. But all along, my dream, my vision was, to become a multimillionaire. So I think that really was built my personality. I had to grow to be a man, in rather quickly, and then try to, reach that financial independence to get my parents, from that financial suffering. So that became my motivation, I think my drive, early on. And, I had to do what I had to do. I couldn't speak English, but I was trying to help out my dad, better myself financially. Yeah. I mean, they could tell. I was always like a sponge, always looking for better opportunity. If I saw one guy selling used cars and making money, I would start getting an auto trader, look for used cars, So I done so many different trades, from being a mechanic, going to people's home to change their oil on their car, brake pads, anything. Every time I ran into somebody that was making more money than me.
Hey, you gotta celebrate your failures and your success. There is a lesson to be learned in everything. When you have a great success, a good exit, you sell a company or whatever it may be, you celebrate because it's a good milestone in life. And then when you lose, something bad happens, hey, it's an expensive lesson learned, you still celebrate it. Because if you take it with a negative notation, that's just gonna keep eating you inside and it's gonna limit your upside. And then as I surround myself with more successful people, and that's a big secret to success as well. You're a product of your environment. So always, find new friends that are older and more successful than you. So I was like a sponge, learning from people around me, right? He goes, hey, why don't you come, do loan processing for me? I said, all right. So I got my real estate license. I worked for him for 5 or 6 months. And then I realized how much money you can make in loans because I was processing them. I see how much checks, commissions you were getting on each loan. And then I tried to open my own mortgage company. I realized you need a broker. The past 10 years, I've been writing my goals every day, daily, weekly, monthly, yearly. My goals, I actually have a spreadsheet I made 25 years ago. How much I'm going to be worth by the time I'm 67. I put all these numbers in there. If I make 10% a year with this one house I have, I sell it, I buy 2 houses, and I use this formula, and it was really interesting. It's called the aftermath. And then every time I took the trash out, I realized people leave stuff by the trash can. I'm like, why is this thing next to a dumpster? It's a nice chair and a table or a toaster. So I figured, hey, they probably bought a new one, they don't want it. So I would, haul those back to my patio. What builds you, your mentality, your mindset, when you do that in your early teens or 20s, is a lot different than when you're 40 and 50. What do they call it? It's very tough to teach a dog new habit tricks. So because, your mentality is built, developed, and then it's very difficult to change that at age 40, 50. So it's very important early on, to try to challenge yourself, be like a sponge, always look up to meet new friends. I mean, if you find somebody that's had a successful business for 20 years, you like that business, find 3 other guys like him, and now you got 60 years worth of experience and you're still in your 20s. 3 siblings. I was 14 years old, basically to avoid going to the army and Iran and Iraq war, and my dad having 7 brothers, a few of them passed away from injuries. I was my dad's favorite. And 2 weeks before my 14th birthday, which I would have become illegal to exit the country, my dad decided to bolt. Extent of sacrifice and just guts, took for him to do that until arrived here, and I'm like, whoa, this shit's real. You're sleeping in a car, we don't have any money. So that kind of became my motivation and kind of forced me to become a man, in a few months. So it was a lot of pressure, a lot of guilt, obviously, to see, my sister was 6 months old, to see your baby sister crying all the time, and